Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today we have a new car in our background. So you are wondering why we are filming from a new Tesla studio. Well, newsflash, my old new car that I just presented in the previous video just died at the Supercharger. So stay tuned because I'm going to share with you all the story and why did I receive a new Tesla. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As I said, today we are in a new Tesla studio and I'm gonna tell you why in a bit. So basically, the car that I just bought died at the Supercharger while supercharging. Of course, it was shocking for me, but I acted surprisingly well because I knew that I have the peace of mind because of the Tesla battery warranty that I had on the car. So long story short, I was owning the car for I think 1 month. I did already some road trips with the car, so I went to Luxembourg and back, so more than 1,000 kilometers put on the car. But 2 weeks ago, the car just died at the Superchargers, and you're probably wondering why I didn't post that much in the last period. Well, I was also traveling a bit, so literally I did not have time to create new content. But let me tell you the whole story, right? So one day before traveling, I decided to charge my car because it was at a low state of charge, around 10-15%. So I just went to the Supercharger to charge it for a bit because I knew that I was traveling for 2 weeks and I wanted to have the car somewhere around 40-50%. So we stopped at the Supercharger and I started charging, and the first thing that I noticed was that I received an error. After I plugged in the cable, the car was saying acceleration and top speed reduced. I kind of ignored it. I told myself that it's gonna disappear in a while. It was the first time that I got this error. And then after removing the cable from the charger, well, I received dozens of errors on my screen. I'll also put a video right now. So I received errors like unable to drive, electrical system power reduced, adaptive ride control unavailable, and all this kind of stuff, and power reduced overall. So basically I was not able to start the car anymore. I was not able to put it into drive, and slowly the car was saying that it will shut down shortly because of this electrical system power reduced. Of course, what I did, I decided to call Tesla service to see if they can diagnose something. Unfortunately, because it was 12 a.m., I stayed with them in a call for 20 minutes until I reached someone, and in those 20 minutes the car actually died. So literally I could not do anything. The electrical systems were all down and you could not open the door from the exterior. Basically, I was lucky enough that my wife was in the car because I exited the car for a bit and I could actually not open the car, but she was in the car, so she could actually let me in, let's put it that way. So from this perspective, Tesla service, so the call center of Tesla, was not very helpful because they said that they cannot diagnose anything on the car because it's dead, no signal, no nothing. So what I did, I called a towing company, sorry, because my insurance also covers this. And the guy came, he tried to first of all open the hood, right? But there was no electricity, so the hood could not be opened. Fortunately, he knew that for the Tesla Model S's, and that's also a tip for you, besides the front fender, there are 2 cables that you can pull to mechanically pop off the hood. So he tried to put some electricity into the car by powering up the 12-volt battery, but unfortunately, without this auxiliary help, the car would not stay on, right? So then we decided to tow the car, and the car was basically towed to a a location of their choice. Again, I called the Tesla service while having the car powered on. Nothing useful, to be honest. They said that, well, it's a serious issue, they cannot diagnose anything on the spot, so we need to bring the car to a Tesla dealership. That was on a Saturday or Sunday morning around 1 a.m. I'll just put a video now with the car being towed on the truck. And of course we were very worried because well, we were leaving the next day on a trip, right? But fortunately everything ended up quite well, I could say, because on Tuesday the car reached the Tesla service center in Rotterdam, and I received a nice message from them that made my day. So basically they said, I also put a screenshot here of the message. So they said there is a problem with the high voltage battery, so the big battery, basically the 100 kilowatts one, and it will be replaced under warranty, which is amazing, of course. Moreover, they also said that as act of goodwill, the 12-volt battery will also be replaced, because the big battery might have affected the 12-volt battery in this process. So I was super excited about that, and I have to say that Tesla service Rotterdam was amazing. The person that I was speaking with from the Tesla service was super helpful, and yeah, it was an awesome experience to discuss with her. So far I was very happy, and moreover they also said that they have prepared a loaner car for me, because this is basically something that I'm entitled to. So then here we are in our new loaner car, which is a 2023 Tesla Model S, and this will be my car until my old new Model S is being fixed. But I also told to Tesla service Rotterdam, take your time with the old car, because I'm really curious how this new Model S is, and of course it's a very nice car. More content will come soon with the new Model S. There are some things that I like, but some things that I don't like about this one, and I'm really happy that I had the chance to experience this car, because now I know whether it's worth or not the difference for the new car. And stay tuned, because this video will come soon. I also want to come with some conclusions for you if you ever have this HV battery issue, right? So the first thing that you want to do when you have this kind of errors, and when the car says that the electrical system is powering down, is to pop off the hood, because you will avoid all this struggle of mechanically opening the hood. And of course when trailer comes, towing trailer comes, it will be easier for that guy to jumpstart the car and put it on. Secondly, if you are in a flat spot, make sure you activate the towing mode on your car. Or what you can do, if the car it's out of electricity, out of power, you can simply wait for the guy to come. He will put the 12 volts auxiliary power on, and then you can activate the tow mode. Be careful when you're doing that, because the car literally will have no power brakes. That means that if it's not flat where you're staying with your car, it might go either front or back. So it's very important to be on a flat area when you're activating this. This is useful, of course, for pushing the car to maneuver it easier on a towing truck. Also, an extra tip for you, I will put a picture here where the location of those cables that can open mechanically the hood are. So it's basically in the front fender of your car. I will make a picture for you to be able to see it in case you are out of power and you did not pop off the hood. What else? Well, I would say, if this is an information that I also got from Tesla. So basically, if you are within the 4 years full car warranty, you're so entitled to Tesla roadside assistance, which is of course very helpful, because someone from Tesla will come pick up the car and take it to the nearest service center. If you are over the 4 years warranty, you need to have your own private towing company. Well, fortunately, I was fortunate enough to have a guy that knew what he was doing. But again, if you have a person that maybe doesn't know how to work with a Tesla, it might be trickier to put the car on a trailer, right? Last but not least, an advice for you when you are generally buying a Tesla, but if you are watching this video, you probably already own a Tesla. But if you want to buy a Tesla, always buy a Tesla with warranty on the batteries, because this is very important. And this car, I mean, the battery, it's very costly, right, on the car, because, well, it's the soul of the car basically. And if you do not have a warranty on that, and you buy a second-hand car, of course you have some risks involved. Of course, if the price is good, yeah, go for it. But I would never buy an electric second-hand car without a warranty on the batteries, at least. That's it for today. So fortunately, we have a happy end for this story. We have a new Tesla Model S Palladium with us, and as I said, more videos will follow with comparisons with the old versus new Tesla Model S, with also some road trips, maybe also the charging speeds, and also we will be doing some videos with the full slow driving functionality, enhanced autopilot, also summon and auto park, because this car has it all. It has the FSD enabled. So stay tuned, and see you in my next video.